Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Collector back here with another video review. But what do I have today? The DC Multiverse Azrael from Mcfarlane Toys. Boys and girls, I'm not going to lie to you, those are words I never thought I'd say. Not to say that it's kind of a crazy thing to say. I've always wondered what Mcfarlane would do with a different license. We've seen what NECA can do with a DC license. I've liked what they've done, even though I think that part is over with. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little surprised and shocked when Mattel, I don't know how the licensing thing goes, but when Mattel was no longer doing DC figures, and Mcfarlane picked up the license, and then Spin Masters picked up the license, I can't even tell you if I own anything from Spin Masters. And I hope people like what Spin Masters has done. Me personally, I'm probably not going to buy what Spin Masters is doing. I think it's more meant for a kid's toy line. And, I mean, let's face it, we're all just big kids. We just vary in size and shape and everything else. But anyways, here he is from Mcfarlane Toys. Now, like I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little skeptical because I did purchase a lot of what Mattel did, and not just because they were the only game in town. I mean, there's times I have passed up on figures, mainly because I didn't like the way it looked, or so on and so forth. Believe it or not, I have. But I did like the consistency I felt like Mattel had with the size. I know we wanted some maybe skinnier figures here or there, and it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be exactly how everybody wants certain figures. You're going to take what you can get at most points. But anyways, I was a little skeptical when Mcfarlane took over because, Mcfarlane, for me back in the 90s, they were the pre-Multimate figures. They were sculpted well. We started to get into this. They weren't the most articulated figures. I'll give them that. I think my Spawn 10th anniversary is one of the most coveted figures that Mcfarlane did, and it was very articulated. I probably have probably about 50 Spawn figures. Huge fan of that. So I was like, okay, there's some promise there, but I was skeptical to wait and see what we had in store. But today we have Azrael, and just take a look at the packaging here. Nice window backs right here. Now I don't do this often. I don't measure, just because I want to show you how they measure up next to another figure, because that's basically going to be the reason why you're going to purchase, right? But this is a huge package to be sitting on store shelves. And right to the top of the box itself is going to be 11 inches. That's a lot of cardboard right there. But anyways, there he is in his window box. Gonna turn to the right, get a little side view. So you got his name right there, so you can look down the sides of the pegs and be like, oh, there he is. On this side it says Azrael, Batman, Curse of the White Knight. I'm assuming that's the storyline he came from. I'm not going to lie to you, boys and girls. I've been out of comic books for a long time because I have an 8-year-old daughter that's taken up a majority of my time. But it's been a fair trade. Anyways, here on the back, you get some custom artwork. And again, it says over here, source, Batman, Curse of the White Knight, #1 comics in 2019. So again, I guess that's from the storyline. That looks pretty awesome. That's a good piece of artwork right there. Get some more verbiage here. Each figure comes with a collectible trading card. Ooh, outstanding. Let's see. We get some more artwork of figures that are available. Again, you get the movie Wonder Woman in her regular costume. I can't tell you how many times I've nearly picked up that figure. She's gorgeous. That is a gorgeous figure, gorgeous sculpt. I'm not too keen on her golden outfit here, just because it looks off to me. I don't know what it is. They've done a Superman animated that I've looked at, a little too out of scale for me. Again, I hope certain people like what they have done. Again, I'm not going to be grabbing every figure from this line, but I did get this Arkham Knight Joker, or is that from the Arkham Asylum? The Arkham Asylum Joker, which is standing right there, because he's a gorgeous figure. Anyways, there's the bottom with the barcode. I don't even know what that is. I might have to go on Mcfarlane's site and plug that in and see what that comes up with. Anyways, and there's the top of the box. I'm going to pause this and get this bad boy out of his plastic prison, and I'll be right back with you, folks. All right, kids. Yes, he's not fully out yet, but I had to point this out for the fact that Mcfarlane's package designers went out of their way to cut outlets for the part that I guess these is like, it's supposed to be like his cape. I can't tell you how many times I've pulled a Legends figure out that has a cape and thinking, oh my god, this is the time I'm going to tear the darn thing. But again, kudos to Mcfarlane for making cutouts right here, just so these will slide out. All right, folks, and we're back, and I gotta say, I would not like to face this guy in a dark alley, because, man alive, he is an imposing looking figure. As I mess with my zoom in and zooms outs here. Anyway, let's go over accessories first. He comes with a figure stand, which is, you know, figure stands. I mean, if figures got a good, you know, footprint and stuff like that, you don't really need it. What I like about this is it's subtle. I've got a whole tub full of figure stands that vary in size. They look like bat emblems. They look like Green Lantern symbols, parts of Sentinels, so on and so forth. They're really cool. They have a place, but when you get into such a collection, or when you start getting larger in that collection, sometimes figure stands aren't going to benefit you. But I think this is really good because it's just a small footprint. It's not going to be much bigger than what the figure is going to need just to stay upright. As I put this on him real quick, you know, there, just enough. That's again, if you're not doing action poses with your figures and they're just going to take up shelf space, that's a good stand right there. And take a look at his sword here. That is a impressive sword. That's even, you know, let's see back here. Got crucifix on that side, very nice, very well done, Mcfarlane. Very happy with this. Like I said, I'm probably not going to pick up every figure that he puts out, but I really, really like the look of this. I like the detail. I like the, get a little warp right there. Probably hit with a hairdryer. I like the fact that this is removable. That's cool. That is very cool. And also, he comes with a collector card, which has, again, that artwork from the back of the package, and something that makes me happy. A little bit of a, I hope that's a bio. Anyways, it tells you a little bit about the character. So Azrael, again, Batman Curse the White Knight. Data file. I love data files. Batman Curse the White Knight. Real name, Jean-Paul Valley. 6'4", 250 pounds. He looks like 6'8". Anyways. Let's see, his bio is war veteran, Knight of the Order of St. Dumas, and now the Joker's key recruit in the crusade against Batman. Azrael is the Dark Knight's most powerful new threat, and one living link into the devastating secret about the Wayne family's legacy in Gotham City. Well, that gives you a little bit of something. Me personally, how I first came to know about the Azrael character was around the Nightfall, the Batman Nightfall series of comic books. I have the graphic novel. I've got the textbook that I read in high school, and that's where Azrael came in and took over for Batman when Bane broke his back. And that's how you ended up with that version right back there that I'm going to do, you know, show up to a comparison. But let's take a look at this figure right here. Move his accessories off to the side, you know. This is my third Mcfarlane DC figure, and I just gotta say, I was very impressed with the look of this figure. I mean, he's just, man, so impressive. So we're going over the articulation. He's got, looks like a ball jointed hinged shoulder. Oh, it's got a bit of a butterfly back there too. That's pretty cool. Let's see, do we have a bicep cut? We got a bicep cut. A single jointed elbow that's pretty nice. That has a bit of that's sculpted to where you don't make it look so much like a joint. That's pretty neat. Let's see, do we have any wrist articulation? We should. It looks like a ball there. Looks like he's got a bit of a ball hinge and swivel. Oh, just so impressed with the detail on this figure. I mean, really. Really nice. Looks like he's got a, it's not an ab cut, that's a chest joint. Let's see, he's got kind of a waist swivel. Diaphragm cut. Diaphragm cut? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm probably wrong. Somebody will tell me in the comments, please. Let's see. Got a diaphragm cut. I think he's supposed to Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's kind of tough, though. I don't want to mess around with that too much. Yep, gonna lift the skirt up. Wow, that's interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not an engineer. I'm not going to tell you exactly what that is, but that looks interesting. Looks like you got a swivel. So he can, let's see if he can, yep, he can do full splits. He can do the full splits. He's got some thigh swivel. Got a double jointed knee. Oh, that's nice. Oh, very nice. Again, you know, it's, you can, I mean, there's difference in paint and stuff like that. You can tell, you know, I'm assuming that's for molding issues and stuff like that. Looks like he's got a ball jointed ankle and then a toe cut, which, you know, we had toe cuts all through Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz runs and stuff like that. I can't say when I've ever used one. I can't think that my guy is pretty much going to be like this and need to have his toe out like that. But just to see whether or not that's viable. Not really. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not going to not buy a figure because of it, but I don't know why that's included. I felt like that was a misstep from the Toy Biz days, but, you know, I'm not a toy designer, so I'm just a toy buyer. So, but to take a look at all the sides of this beautiful figure, again, a lot of good detail. Up on his shoulder pads, that face sculpt is just, to me, pretty spot on. He's got, looks like he's got two different joints within the head there. Camera look a little up a little bit, you know. But again, very nice. You know, he is just an imposing figure. Nice detail down to his gauntlets, rivets on his gloves. You know, not the craziest paint apps. Again, it's not too far out there for me not to get. You know, again, other artists and customizers and stuff like that might be driven nuts by certain things that are left out or brought in. But to me, if the figure looks good on the shelf, I'm gonna get him. But he is just, oh, gorgeous. I was very happy when they brought him out and just the size that he ended up being. I know they're working with the scale issues. I think there was a video done this weekend and they were talking about the new Robin that's coming out and just how they're addressing that and so on and so forth. And I say, you know what? Not everybody hits their stride first out the gate, but I think McFarlane's learning from mistakes and they're moving on from it. And they're making concessions when they can. But let's get him armed with his accessory. He doesn't come with any interchangeable hands, which, you know, he's got an open hand. I prefer at least one fist hand. Let's see how hard this is going to be to get a sword in here. You know, and that's just because if I ever put two figures out somewhere else, like they're posed in battle, I want at least a fist hand where somebody's going to be punching somebody. But if anything, he can hold his accessory, which that looks really nice. And for a little bit of comparison, I'm going to bring in, now I'd be lying to say if I remembered which series this was from. I know it was the before DC Classics Batman waves, but this is the Azrael figure. Actually, I think I got this from the 2-pack. Yeah, because I missed out on that first figure. So I got this from the 2-pack, and oh God, who did he come with? I already forgot. It's been a while. Anyways, and here he is with the Azrael Batman figure from Mattel as well. So, you know, he puts a pretty big footprint in there. You know, as far as scale goes, you know, again, I feel like just, you know, that imposing, you know, knight type figure. That's what I'm digging about this guy. You know, he's pretty sizable. Now again, that's well, I'm gonna go back in and do some measurements here. He is about 7, just over 7 and an eighth, it looks like. To where the Mattel's about 6.5. And the Asbat's up to his cowl is about 6 3/4. And then up to his shoulders are about 7.5. So, he's probably going to take over primary on the shelf. I'll just say that right now. And this guy's going to go the way of the sale bin. Sorry. He's a good figure, but drives me nuts as he keeps looking down. Anyways, and here, Azrael is with the Arkham Asylum Joker. That's a pretty decent scale there, I think. I always think Joker is just is a tall, lanky guy. And here he is with the Batman Who Laughs figure, which I know has been coveted by a lot of people because that new character has come out and just... I know my brother who's gotten into comic book collecting has been all kinds of crazy about him. There they are together. Not a bad trio. Not a bad trio of my first Mcfarlane figures. I've got a couple more coming at you this week, which are going to be one after the other. And that's kind of it for this one. Take care of each other, boys and girls, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.